but he's gonna get rid of the Bell Scream just to probably proc the Eye Beam to heal.
You're paying for my discretion.
Yeah, it looks like he recognizes he has to heal here.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Acrobatics draws 2 more cards. I think he, what, now it's 3 off lethal? Or is it still lethal at this point? Spell damage makes that even easier. Getting a, Blood Mage Thalnos to get more damage. This is over.
Lethal here.
I don't know. I don't know the math in my head, but this just looks like lethal. Especially with a weapon.
No, it's lethal with Blood Mage Thalnos as well.
Yes. 48. Yeah, Agent gets there.
That'll be it. So PWE takes this 3-1 over Nails.
Yep.
Want to grab PWE for an interview?
Yeah, let me message. Right. Did have Agent added on here from the past.
We can bring him in and get that interview.
I do not have him added. I will add him now.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. That was a good, clean win for him. I'm going to obviously swap the board over. That was a nice 3-1 win. All 3 classes. Pretty convincing wins. The Priest was a bit shaky at some points, but nothing really looked too out of reach. Whoa. My stream cut out, Marty, for some reason. Never mind, it's back.
All good? Still waiting on PWE here.
Yeah, he added me. I just was being a bit slow to get him in here. Hello.
Hello.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
So, we do have a few questions. In particular, the first matchup, you went with Highlander Priest into Bomb Warrior, but were able to get the win. Do you want to walk us through what your game plan was there, knowing that Highlander Priest is pretty unfavored in the Bomb Warrior matchup?
Well, I went into the game thinking that he was, or assuming he was going to be in Rage Warrior, which is why I healed his face on turn 2 to play around the Battle Rage. And then once I realized that he was a Bomb Warrior, I was like, kind of regretted doing what I did. But I know that I had Sticky Finger in the deck, but it wasn't in my hand, so I had to just hope that if I played minions, I'd be able to pressure him until he died. And I guess it kind of worked out in my favor, just doing that, just playing minions every turn and trying to kill him. I did draw the Sticky Fingers too, though, which was helpful.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, we noticed that you kind of just went in on taunts and tried to protect your face as much as possible, and then his lack of removal just worked to your benefit since you were able to punch him down.
Yeah, I had the Alusha in hand for a while too, and I was wanting to steal his Galakron with it, but I also had the Murazon, so I had to try and figure out how to get rid of that so that he couldn't get his Galakron. And then when I got rid of it, and then uh, finally Alusha'd him, he had the Dr. Boom in hand, which he had just drawn, which seemed a lot better. I think I probably still would have won if I just took his Galakron, but taking his Boom was basically won me the game, given the fact that I didn't draw like 4 bombs in a row to die.
Absolutely. Yeah, that stealing of Dr. Boom, that last turn, really sealed the game. There wasn't much you could do and just broke the camel's back, I think.
No, I knew that if I played minions, he couldn't play Galakron into it, because then I just punch him in the face. And I don't know, his deck was kind of weird. It ran the Whirlwind and double Coerce, so I don't know if he was trying to like counter my Paladin, because with the double Coerces and stuff. But uh, I don't know, didn't seem to do the trick against the Highlander Priest for him.
Yeah, it worked out for you, so congrats with that. Now, I do have one other question. For the combo Demon Hunter Mirror, what was your game plan for that, really?
I was just hoping to draw cards faster than him and get to the combo. And hitting combo pieces off Skull is really good. So when I played the first Skull, I was really happy to see some combo pieces come off of that. But then when he glided me, I was kind of sad, since he basically deleted the Skull that I played, and he himself hadn't played a Skull. So I felt like I was really far behind. But then the new hand I got was just, it was just too good, and it just gave me the combo with Il'gynoth. Then immediately, I got kind of lucky there, I'll admit. Uh, it's based. I was hopeful that I could just get the combo before him, and that if I didn't play minions, I suspected he had Blade Dance, and so I thought if I don't play minions on board, it might like mess up him trying to outcast cards, because you can't cast Blade Dance on an empty board. But it didn't actually have to come down to that, I don't think.
Yeah, but if it had, yeah, I think that was a fair assessment of the situation.
Mhm.
So, well, yeah, congrats on the win once again. Well done. That gives you a 3-1 win for your side. And does that put you up on the week, I believe?
Yeah,
I
it
believe it
does.
does.
Yeah, it keeps them ahead
Yeah,
on the
so
week. They're now up 9 to
congrats with
5.
that. Yeah, congrats with that. And best of luck to your season. Now,
Yes.
I do think I'm probably going to head off since my match is up next.
Yes.
And in the meantime, Dr. Feesh will grab the casters for the next match. So I will
Yes.
see you all soon. Once again, congrats Agent PWE on the win. And
Yes.
I'll see you guys.
Yep.
Thanks for having me. See
Thank
you
you
guys.
for the match, and see you all. Alright, everybody. I'm going to be muting up here quickly while I get the other two casters in. Just stay tuned.
Hello. All right.
Hey guys.
I think Marty did his research here. Able to target one of the decks. Let me see if I have JJ.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. With me, I have some new casters. We are going into the 6J versus MartyB match. Alongside me, I have memnarch and Jailstorm. Those who are going to take it away for this match.
Hey everybody. This is a pretty
Hello.
exciting match for today.
Oh yeah.
We've got MartyB versus 6J. Both of these players are from the top 2 teams in the Wild Series right now. Anyone's a winner, and F2L Viridian are the points leaders at the current time. So,
All right.
Are you sure it's 6J and not jjjjjjjj?
let's just refer to him as 6J out of convenience.
All right.
Cool.
Anyway, let's go over the deck list.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Do you want to take it away?
Let's start with MartyB's first. Looks like he's bringing Reno Priest, Reno Lock, Secret Mage, and Autorogue. And 6J's list is Broom, or no, that's Odd Paladin, Kingsbane Rogue, Darkglare Warlock, and Reno Priest. Most interesting techs that I can see off the bat is that the Rogue has 2 Beneath the Grounds in it. So
Yeah, no, Marty's Odd Rogue with the 2 Beneath the Grounds. That's probably tech towards Reno Priest and the other Reno decks,
And
which 6J has. So,
the Reno Lock has the Finley Wizard combo.
yeah. Both of these players' Warlocks got banned out in the ban phase. So MartyB is going to take the Odd Rogue, the Secret Mage, and the Reno Priest against 6J's Reno Priest, the Kingsbane Rogue, and the Odd Paladin. The Reno Priest list, the lists are pretty similar. MartyB has pretty much the standard list: Hysteria, Lucia, a lot of draw cards. 6J has a list that's very similar, except he takes out the Shadow Word Pain, the Moarg, and the Insight, and he adds the Glacial Shard, the Wave of Apathy, and the Palm Reading. So those 3 tech cards are a little bit more board-centric in terms of just dealing with the minions that your opponent can put up. Most specifically, it's best against the Darkglare Warlock, but MartyB did not bring that.
It's actually really interesting, these techs, because I think that 6J was bringing more of a deck that you play on ladder, because it's definitely the Glacial Shard is Kingsbane Autorogue tech. The Hysteria is Hysteria is definitely Darkglare tech, but it's might as well be main deck now because it's just that good. And
Yeah, it's just a good core card.
Palm Reading's with Wave of Apathy, that's anti-Loatheb. Because you put the wave down to 0, you can actually cast it and not die to the Loatheb turn. Yeah, both.
Yeah. Taking a look at the Rogue list, the Odd Rogue and the Kingsbane Rogue are pretty similar in terms of just getting minions on the board and trying to push damage face. Any comments about that?
It looks like he cut 2 Wand Thieves for the Beneath the Grounds. Oh, MartyB did. And I believe that's the standard, or not standard, but normal Kingsbane list. Like, there's no text in this one.
Yeah, the Kingsbane list, over the last month or two, I've noticed a lot of players cut out the ship cannons and the parachute brigands, and they put in the Nitro Boost potion and 2 Eviscerates just to close out the match a little bit faster.
I mean, it's one of those things where the deck, like, your Kingsbane is dealing so much damage, and you don't really need the early game minions anymore. Because the early game minions were to buy time for the Kingsbane to set up and deal damage. Now, since the card draw has gotten so good, with Secret Passage and Swindle, the damage is very consistent now with 8 weapon buffs, with Buccaneer, Nitro Boost, Deadly Poison, and Tinker Oil. Your game plan goes online so much faster and so much easier than before that you really kind of just have the 1-drop pirates in just to buy time in the first 2 turns and to get value off of Raiding Party. Like, South Sea Deckhand is probably the best pirate in the deck simply because it has charge.
Yeah, and just playing that in combination with the Nitro Boost potion and the Sharp Sword Oil, it's a very potent combo.
Like it turns Tinker Oil into Rogue Fireball, which eventually deals like pyroblast damage over 2 turns. Like it's nuts. Like
Yeah, no, the deck is very fast. Looking at Marty B's other remaining deck, the Secret Mage, I've noticed he teched out the Flame Ward. There's no Flame Ward in this list, and instead he put the Ice Block.
I mean, that's if you know your opponent's going to be bringing control, Flame Ward's basically useless, and Ice Block is amazing. Like you can't OTK a deck with Ice Block. Like
Yeah, they kind of have similar functionality because Flame Ward kind of removes the board, so it kind of buys you a turn in that respect. And Ice Block does buy you a turn by its own effect.
another
But go ahead.
okay, main use of Ice Block as well against a control deck is that it's never going to get popped. So your Occult Conjurers and Cloud Princes and your Medivh Valets are always going to be online.
That's true. Yeah. And then looking at 6J's remaining deck, the Odd Paladin. He put in the Lord Baroth for that. What do you think of that?
Lord Baroff is Dark Lair tech.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Yeah.
only reason it's in the list, and without Dark Lair, it's like kind of decent to Secret Mage because if you lost the board and you know your opponent has not, or you have a fairly good read, your opponent has explosive rooms up, you can play Baroff into explosive rooms and wipe your opponent's board for 4 damage. It saved me more than once when I played a Galakron Warrior. I sacrificed Baroff to the explosive rooms and basically won the game on the spot. So it's
Yeah,
really
no,
good in
that
that
sounds
regard.
like a good swing. Yeah.
Yeah, but against Auto Rogue, Reno Priest, it's very bad. Because
Yeah,
Auto
its
Rogue,
functionality is pretty limited.
like when you look at the Auto Rogue, it has 2 targets, Hench Clan and Volpira. Well, I guess Miscreant too.
Mm-hmm.
Technically Lotheb, but everything else is 1 health. Like, it's
Yeah.
not going to get that much value.
Something I've noticed about all of these lists is that there's very little taunt. So for the Odd Rogue, the Secret Mage, the Kingsbane Rogue, and the Odd Paladin, it's kind of just going to be a fist fight on board.
Oh, you're for
Both or all of those decks are going to be kind of trying to fight for board, push damage to face.
The only taunt's Righteous Protector.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in Dread Corsair, but yeah, those aren't really like big taunts. They're kind of like roadblocks or speed bumps.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually more speed bumps than roadblocks, I should say. But it's very Righteous Protector just happens to be very annoying against Kingsbane because you don't want to sink your 9 attack weapon to this 1/1 with Divine Shield.
Yeah, no, the taunt Divine Shield 1/1 is it's very strong against Rogue specifically, yeah, because most of the time if they don't have a board, they have to put either 1 or 2 weapon swings into it. So it delays that by quite a bit.
All right.
I don't think there's anything unique about the Paladin list. Well, maybe the 1 Blessing Authority. No Lotheb.
I noticed there's only 1 Oh My Yogg as well.
He split. Oh, since it's a Conquest and open list format, he split the Never Surrender with Omayog to give your opponent like some sort of like they have to guess instead of just knowing it's
Yeah.
always Omayog or knowing it's always Never Surrender.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a smart move for Conquest. I mean, they're functionally the same because they're both anti-spell.
Well, something I appreciate about Oh My Yogg is if you try to use the coin to burn it, there's about 35 0-mana spells, and 5 of them burn your entire mana pool. So something I've done, at least in playing around Oh My Yogg, is not use the coin to trigger it. I'm not sure if Marty B will do the same thing, but
All right, so both players are ready, and so I'm gonna send them off on their way. Marty B or NHL NJ Fan 1 will be first to spectate, and he will be on the bottom, and then 6Js will be on the top. So I'm going to tell them that they can go. All right.
All right, and again, the Warlock was banned out for both of these players, so MartyB cannot play his Reno Warlock, and 6J cannot play his Dark Glare Warlock. All right, transitioning into the match here. Yeah, just a little bit of background for the meantime. So everyone's a winner versus F2L Viridian. I said they were the points leaders so far for the Wild Series. At the current time, both teams are undefeated with 4 wins. And Viridian is actually the series champs from last season. So it looks like we're getting into the match. So
Alright, I'm not getting the eyeballs. Local, just going in and out.
game one. Game one, it looks like it is MartyB's Secret Mage versus 6J's Reno Priest.
Oh, I thought she
So
Marty would loot the auto because it has the tech, but Secret Mage versus Reno Priest matchup.
this is an interesting matchup. I think it's slightly Priest favored. Priest definitely has the tools to clear all of the boards of minions that Secret Mage can produce, and it can heal for the entirety of the burn damage as well. But Mage can also gain a card advantage with secrets like Rigged Fair Game and Sage Seer of Darkmoon, and can win the game just by outpacing.
Yes, Rigged Fair Game is the game changer in this matchup. And,
Yeah.
well, lesser extent, Sage. Sage is like a draw 6, but Rigged Fair Games are also draw.
So
Draw 6
MartyB with a very quick early board. Triggers the explosive runes on the Penflinger. 6J is going to wish he could get that one back.
Oh, picks up the potion. Let's see if he plays the Ancient Mysteries, because he's kind of obligated to play the secret. If he does, he might not want to. I mean, his next turn is basically the top deck, or playing to the top deck. So, oh, that's a good pick.
This is a great counterspell here.
Looks
So
like
he
he's gonna
opted to
hold off
save
on-
the counterspell and not play the Cabal, and instead Hero Power. Potion of Madness steals the Mad Scientist, heals back up.
Cloud Prince, that's huge. He's finally got some reach. So I believe he's gonna play the counterspell here. Or actually, probably could have gone away with just Ice Block and then the Cabal Crystal Runner.
Yeah, I was thinking that line as well, but either way, we know 6J is most likely going to throw out the Raza here to contest.
Yes.
Draws the
he's gonna-
Spawn. He has the full endgame combo in his hand already, but
He just needs the life total for it.
yeah. He has no healing in his hand. He has no Reno.
Oh, he opts for death instead of Raza.
Interesting.
Well, he doesn't want to take the 5 since he has no Reno in
Yeah,
hand.
maybe he was coining first to see if he could Glacial Shard if the coin went through, but since it didn't, yeah, maybe the death was the right play. So he throws down the Cloud Prince, back to 6J.
Yeah, he's gonna go with that Raza shard turn.
Yeah,
He doesn't want
most
to take
likely.
4. Yeah.
Alright, well,
so
Marty
this looks-
B's has very limited cards in hand.
Sage is Sage is so good here. Oh, but he's opting to kill the Raza and clear board. Okay. He plays really
Yeah, I
hard
feel
to
like-
Hysteria.
It just curves out better, and you have the Sage that you could play next turn, so there's no rush. Mass Hysteria cleans up the board. 6J is
So-
probably not going to like seeing the Sage come down here, but
Yeah. Oh, that's so bad for JJ because he lost his card advantage.
yeah.
This is a race
He
to
had
find
the
Reno
tools
now.
to clear and hold off for now, but the second wave by MartyB might just be too much.
Excuse me, you are on guard.
So he's gonna slam Anduin here. Like there's no question. Maybe there's
No, yeah,
Anduin's the
you
only.
got to throw it on Anduin here. It's your only clear for the Sage, right?
Yeah. The issue, let's see if he kills off the valet and uses the race dead to kill off the valet. Okay, he's not going to do that. So
Yeah, the raised dead, you take -3 health, and 1 attack from the valet is just 2 health, so it might be better to save it.
he's going all in.
Yeah, no, this is probably the final push here. MartyB knows he has 2 rigged fair games in his deck that could still draw him a number of cards, but with 13 cards remaining, it might not be super likely.
I really think that Marty just came to the conclusion like he's not winning this if the game lasts for like 3 or 4 more turns, since his rigged fair games are never going to go off because of the hero power. So
Yeah, no,
he used his
MartyB
Sage.
understands.
Yeah. So he just realized like I'm all in.
Yeah, he understands that Roz is already down, Anduin's already down. He's on a timer, really. 4J can start to just really swing this match and overpower him turn by turn. So
That seems dangerous. The raised dead here.
I hope you like my invention.
He's now in double fireball range. Actually, it's not that dangerous because he has seen both Cloud Princes.
Well,
So-
leaving up the oh no, he
Oh, he's
doesn't
not
leave up
freezing.
the 2/3. Yeah, he clears the 2/3 as well. So Fireball does it here with 6, 6, and then 1, right?
Yep. Another wind portal. That's actually not bad.
Wants
This
to
makes
save
his,
the Fireball here. Yeah.
So another wind portal goes off after the screen. Oh, that penance is a.
I'm
so
not sure
good
if I
for-
would have pinged face there. I might have pinged the Thalnos. There's a number of healing that like lifesteal cards that are in the priest deck, like Spirit Lash, Penance, that's already in MartyB's hand, or not MartyB, 4J's hand. It might have been better to ping the Thalnos there. Do you think he's going to go for the
No way.
Elucia play at the end here?
There's no, if he Lucia's with no mana, if JJ gets that gives the Marty the draw option of his Reno or Zephyrus,
Mm-hmm.
and a Tyrion right now would be extremely bad for JJJ.
True.
Oh, well, there's the well, actually, Zephyrus has been acting strange as of late, so he's probably going to give Bloodlust, not the secret removal.
I'm
'Cause
trying to think
it's-
if there's any way he could tutor out a flare here, but I don't think he has the mana for it. Just in terms of doing 6 mana and then
He
playing
needs
Zephyrus.
if he wants Flare, he needs to trade off 3 of his minions. Yeah, see?
So it gives the Bloodlust, and you're right. Picks up the Fireball. He's going to try and pop the Ice Block this turn, I imagine.
He's going to play Elucia here for the Ice Block because he doesn't want to, or maybe he won't. Like, he's under no obligation to play anything.
Yeah, gets
Like
the
Marty-
2 draws with Thalnos,
Oh.
sees his options. Probably opts to clear the Conjure at this point, yeah.
Oh, there's 100% chance that he's summoning Reno next turn. So that's his
Yeah.
game plan. He's not going to do anything besides that.
And since MartyB has such a small board that can be easily cleared away, there's almost no chance that RFG could trigger for MartyB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's coming down to curving out with Reno Priest without Bulk Help. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
first it-
he had the Mass Hysteria, the Glacial Shard, and the Potion of Madness really came into play there. The Shadow Word Death as well to clear the early Cabal Crystal Runner. So yeah, 6J kind of had all the tools there. going up 1-0 in the series so far. What do you think he's going to queue
So-
next?
I would slam the Hawk Paladin if I was JJ or 6J. And I would probably play back the Secret Mage if I was actually the Reno Priest is probably more. Oh, well, there's the
Well-
Rogue. Well, no, it's Kingsbane versus Secret.
Interesting. So MartyB opts back with the Secret Mage.
This is one of the Kingsbane's nightmare matchups, by the way. Like, this is not going to be easy, especially with this double counterspell opener.
I don't know. From my experience, this match it's pretty 50-50. I might say it's even a little bit Mage favored, just because Mage can get on board early to contest the Rogue's tempo. And the secret cards, their effects are kind of more powerful than the Rogue cards in general, I'd say. So it really just depends who can play more cards, who draws better, and who has more tools to push the board more.
And from my experience playing this matchup, like Kingsbane loses board quickly and needs to make up that damage with, the Kingsbane. So it's a race, so to speak. Yeah.
Mage's hero power is very strong against these 1 health pirates. But Rogue has a fair chance in this. Rogue wins this by pushing damage to face, not really worrying about board, you're right, and focusing on the weapon buffs on that Kingsbane. Mage has almost no taunts, besides the possible taunt off a Netherwind portal. And Rogue also has 2 eviscerates they can draw into for the extra push damage.
Yeah. Or he realizes that Kingsbane here isn't that good. He'd rather draw cards. I agree with, but
Yeah,
this
4J's hand is
not-
not looking too good right now with 2 preps and no spells to cast with them.
he's gonna have to ping a coin or coin. He's gonna have to play the 2-drop and then coin the ping.
Well, alternatively, he could also try to dagger the. He could try to dagger and hit the 2-1. If he so prefers, but he might be caught trying to trade between the 2-1 and just go face with the weapon, because if RFG triggers this turn, I'm sorry. Oh, gotcha.
My apologies on that. I just have to quickly reload in with bug. Of course. You guys can keep talking. I'm sorry.
All right. So 6J realizes that he's not getting much value out of the second rain parting and rips it just for 2 pirates, which is really smart. Like, I really like that play. He has 2 ways to get Kingsbane back, so he's good for the next 6 turns. In this game, probably is going to be lasting at least 3 turns with his hand, I believe.
Yeah. So sorry, I caught back up with the real game as well. So 6J, he actually clears the Cabal Crystal Runner with the Kingsbane instead of pushes that face.
He's winning on board, which is like rare with Kingsbane. So he's pushing that advantage for all he can. Oh man.
Pushes the 2 Dread Corsairs face.
And then this is smart.
Yeah, you gotta clear the Black Mage here.
It was counterspell, I believe. That was Alright, so he's got 12 through weapon. He's got 9 on board. He needs Triple J is in a lot of trouble because he needs Ice Block now. Because Ice Block's the only way he's racing this. Ice Block.
Yeah, MartyB needs Ice Block.
MartyB needs Ice Block.
So,
This is actually lethal.
yeah, with the Secret Passage, it's hard to imagine he doesn't find any damage here that would close out this game, but we'll see. 4 cards from Secret Passage. 2 cutting classes. That'll draw quite a bit.
Oh, there's the Eviscerate.
Yeah, Eviscerate Nitro Boost, that's 8 damage in total, so he'll close this one out. Alright. Quick 2-0 by 6J. Or no,
Yeah,
it's the
Secret Mage
1-1,
sometimes.
sorry. Or no, 2-0, yeah.
2-0. So he
So
needs to win.
6J, sorry, go ahead.
So Marty needs to win with his Odd Rogue, Secret Mage, Reno Priest into an Odd Paladin.
Yeah, so he's got a reverse sweep here against the Odd Paladin.
Or he smartly goes with the Priest.
Yeah, the Priest probably has the best matchup against the Odd Paladin, just in terms of having all the clears and the heals, the Highlander cards to swing. And if he draws Polk out here, from my experience, Polk out is kind of game winning.
Yeah, Volkult's the best card in the deck at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's ludicrous. Like it does
Yeah,
everything you
6J.
want.
6J did pick up the Righteous Cause, though. That's a good turn 1 play against Priest, trying to build up a strong board.
So it's just a great play in general on turn 1, even into Dark Glare, especially going first. Like this swing, you can do
Yeah.
with Broomstick and your Righteous Cause. Makes it so you didn't even lose a turn almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is not the hand that Marty wants. He's gonna have to play.
This is a pretty decent hand by MartyB. He has the Zephyrs to clear if the board ever gets too big. Reno's always a great card to have in this matchup. Just healing, between 15 and 20 at a time.
He's probably going to have to use the Zephyrs next turn.
Yeah,
The way I
it's
see it.
it's going to be interesting to see what 6J does with this 3 mana here, because he opts for the hero power and then probably sets up with either the Lost In or he plays the Never Surrender.
He wants to protect his 1/1s, so Never Surrender does make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm,
Like that plays around Lash, Breath, basically everything. So Marty's gonna leave the coin, I believe, here, just to see what it is.
Yeah, uses the coin, test for Never Surrender or Oh My Yogg. This time it's Never Surrender.
This is so awkward because he wants the Penflinger. He wants the Penflinger too, at least 2 of these things to get them to 2 life range. So his Zephyrs can actually clear them with either Lightning Storm, because he doesn't want to use Hellfire off the Zephyrs. He probably wants to use Holy Nova. But it looks like it's going to be looks like he's going to get a Hellfire. He's not going to be too happy about that.
Alright, so 6J completes his Righteous Cause this turn.
Interesting, he played the okay, that's why. No, like I was thinking that he would play the Lost in the Jungle first to get the buff and more minions, but he decided to play the Tour Guide. If you're playing Tour Guide, it's much more useful to have the buff on the Warhorse Trainer than it is the Tour Guide. So
Yeah.
also, it diversifies his threat. So now he has a tallish and wideish board instead of just either a completely wide and not tall board, which makes playing into AoE a lot easier.
Yeah, and MartyB's hand does not have a lot of the Priest board clears that can deal with this board, just in terms of Spirit Lash, Breath of the Infinite,
6, 8,
Psychic
9,
Scream.
9 plus 10. He's at 2.
Yeah, this Quartermaster coming down, buffing the 5 already buffed, or 3 of those are already buffed. The Silverhand Knights. MartyB's not even on 6. He can't even play Reno Jackson. So
He's
here
gonna play
probably
Frost
gives you
Nova.
the Frost Nova. Yeah. Just trying to buy a turn, maybe get the Mass Hysteria to hopefully clear this, but
God, do you even
yeah, just
Breath? Does that do anything? No, it has to be Reno.
yeah,
Reno's
it has to be
terrible,
Reno
though.
here. But even with Reno, he gets taken down by quite a lot. So
He loses.
6J will have to clear the Reno again too. He can't
Around
leave Reno
Phenom.
up, but
Oh, let's see how he trades, actually.
I thought he would just trade with the 3/3, but
I think he has to, because it's too
yeah.
much damage otherwise.
Mhm.
But he was thinking that if he sends into 4/6, he would trade the 4/6, the other 4/6s into, or into Reno, which makes it easier to clear breath. But then he realized that he's probably just going to use the 4-6 anyway, 1-3-3.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a lot of cards for the Paladin. Like he's already drawn 4 off the Christology.
Yeah, and this is without the use of Divine Favor as well, so kind of surprising here that the Priest has 0 card draw so far.
That Spirit Lash is life-saving, because...
Yeah, Spirit Lash heals him for 7. Puts most of the minions in terms of, killed by that and Breath of the Infinite.
Alright. Let's see if he plays Dirty Rat here. Dirty Rat's not bad into 4-3s, but if he does Dirty Rat and hits Baku, it's basically game over. So 1-5 lose the game?
Well, it might not be 1-5 lose the game, but it'll be a very disadvantaged position for MartyB.
Yeah. But he knows that his opponent has 4 1-1 or 1 attack mediums in hand because of Christology. So there's a fairly high chance that...
That's true, but he also knows that 6J has been holding one of his cards in his hand for quite a while, similar to how one would hold Baku. So he might have that knowledge. Just throwing down Righteous Protectors, the hero power, building up the board back for Odd Paladin here.
That's Chow Visions. It's the Hysteria. He's still in this? Or Mass Hysteria?
Yeah, Mass Hysteria is huge here.
This might actually give him the window he needs to play the Raza. Because 6J is going into turn 9, so if he plays Baku here...
Yeah, playing Baku here...
Like, Baku's really
he would have... Yeah, and he just drops it. He's been holding it for too long, I'm sure. But pushes 5 damage. This is lethal on board here. So picks up the Anduin. Anduin's huge here.
It's bait. You want to play the Raza.
Yeah, no, you don't play the Anduin this turn, but getting in hand the Raza and Anduin gives you the tools to clear the 2 Silver Hand Knights from the hero power every turn once that's up. So MartyB is starting to get the tools here for a comeback, but we'll see.
Barov is interesting because now he can clear the Raza. I don't think he wants to though.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to either, because the Righteous Protector is still sitting there to soak up an attack.
I mean, he's thinking of it. What's he doing with? Like, you would think you would put the blessing on the forward.
On the taunt, yeah, but
oh, just going for it. All right, respect.
So he could raise dead into a couple of options here. He has Zephyrs, he has Reno.
He needs to hit Reno off this. I think that's his only long-term strategy to win the game. He
hits both of them, Zephyr and Reno.
Champion.
So full heal and clear the board. And Anduin next turn. This is
brutal.
Yeah, no, this is a very fortunate raise dead for MartyB here.
I don't know what to say. Like, I guess the Barov broomstick like swings the board back. But
yeah, but even so, dealing 30 damage with only 1 or 2 cards in hand with Odd Paladin against the Reno Priest is extremely difficult.
I mean, it's Odd Paladin, so it just plays 1/1s until it gets there. Like, if he top decks the Quartermaster, he's still in this, but outside of that, it's going to be really, really hard.
Yeah, he does have 2 Divine Favors, though, so we could at least draw 2 more if he top decks it here.
So he pings face. Okay, pings on 1/1.
Yeah, I was thinking he might ping face there just because you have the Mass Hysteria setting up for next turn, but Righteous Cause, not the card you want to see.
Lucia's really awkward right now.
Yeah, Lucia is pretty much a dead card here.
I think the average card in your deck's better than your opponent's at this point. So Lucia actually helps the opponent.
Yeah, no, probably.
This is the easiest
Opts for the
hysteria.
mass hysteria here. Yeah, just clearing the board so he doesn't get the top deck quartermaster. Tosses down the cleric too. Cleric will clear up a couple 1/1s.
I'm not sure if he should toss down the cleric because he's one. Oh, what? Actually, it's not one off if you draw spawn because spawn is spawn's ping. Lucia pings that's 12. One from cleric and the original ping that he still is lethal if he still draws spawn. So yeah, it's actually better than to have the cleric on board. He holds the.
So is this lethal with Leroy
It's-
here? I wonder.
So Lucia. Alright, so he pushes the 1.
Lucia
The
deals
Lucia-
2, Rena or Leroy deals 8 here, so it is 2
He's on
off lethal.
5-2. But
Yeah.
you do it every time. It sets up lethal for next turn. And
Oh,
it
yeah,
robs your
and,
pen.
Yeah, 6J surrenders there. So MartyB taking the game with the Reno Priest. Series goes to 2-1 in favor of 6J.
So Secret Mage into Odd Paladin is Secret Mage favored, but Odd Rogue into Odd Paladin is heavily Odd Paladin favored.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine that Odd Rogue will beat the Odd Paladin just because the Paladin's so much favored. The Paladin either gets on board quicker and finishes, or uses a combo of cards with Broomstick and Carnival Barker to just overpower the Rogue boards.
The thing is
and
with
then-
Rogue is that it can ignore board now. Like, you thought Kingsbane could ignore board and go face? Odd Rogue might be better than Kingsbane at that. Because Nitro, like, Odd Rogue will never have a bad turn.
Yeah. So we're looking into the Secret Mage by MartyB, and then of course the Odd Paladin by 6J.
So Righteous Cause on the coin is a lot worse than Righteous Cause on the play. Okay, he recognizes that and ships it. He really wants the
yeah.
1-drop. And he gets the 1-drop in the Lost in the Jungle.
Yeah, so MartyB already has the Arcane Flak Mage in hand. I'd say that's the best card for the Mage in this matchup, just in terms of being able to clear all the 1/1s, 2/2s, and greater health minions.
So he has no way to cheat out the secret. So he's looking at a turn 5 clear. And his opponent has the coin still. And that does not beat Quartermaster. So
Yes, but by also playing the Arcanologist and then possibly opting for a Hero Power next turn, he could just stay with the 2 1/1s that were on the board from last turn.
I don't think he can afford to. Okay, it looks like he disagrees, but I really felt like he should play Ice Block here to play the 5/5 on board next turn.
Oh, you mean the Crystal Runner? Yeah,
Yeah,
possibly.
the first one.
Crystology Hero Power setting up for that big turn 4 play with Quartermaster, hopefully, but
I think coin here is a mistake. You have to hold that to threaten Quartermaster.
yeah, I'd
Like-
save the coin here too. Wants to tutor out a couple more 1 attack minions from his deck.
That's so bad for, or that's so good for Marty because now he knows he doesn't have to play around Quartermaster next turn.
You are on
Yeah, and the counterspell is guaranteed to hit one of 6J's spells. So all right, MartyB with a slide advantage on board here. Carnival Barker,
See if
2
he
guide Hero
actually-
Powers coming down.
All right, so 6J still goes on his warpath to the face.
He trades one of the knights. I think that's correct. Just trying to play around the Flak Mage as much as possible here, but Flak Mage comes down anyways. There's 3 of the 5 minions.
So that tour guide's definitely going to the Black Mage. It's just a matter of what else he's doing. Warhorse is bad here. I think that he needs to okay, proc the counterspell. But like I don't think he broomsticks here.
Yeah, I just tossed down a couple Righteous Protectors. You probably want to save Broomstick for trying to take back board more than just killing a 2-1 here. But throws
He
down
has
the other flak
broomstick
mage.
He,
Yeah, no,
almost-
now he has the broomstick to clear the flak mage. Yeah.
I feel like he tests with Blessing of Might first because Blessing of Might's really bad in this matchup, and Broomstick is one of the best cards, especially if you have Bear off.
Mm-hmm.
But he disagrees. All right. Well,
So he
doesn't
can
really-
throw down the Cloud Prince and the Crystal Runner here. Is a head on
Jailstorm-
board if he does that.
that's so good because since he has 3 cards in hand, that Divine Favor is dead.
Yeah, no, he has to clear out his whole hand if he wants to draw some cards with that.
And Marty's probably gonna realize that he's ahead, really far ahead on board at this point.
Pulls out a Dragonkin Sorcerer from the Netherwind portal.
That's a card you don't see very often. So
Yeah.
when you target it with a buff, I believe, with a spell, it gets +1/+1.
Interesting. So he buffs the Broomstick with the Blessing of Might here, trading it into the Cloud Prince. Hero powers. Throws
So,
down the
fun
Oh My
fact,
Yogg as well.
if Marty targets his Dragonkin of a Fireball, it dies as a 4/6. I don't think that's gonna be
Interesting.
relevant this game, but
Yeah, so with this full 7 minion board by 6J, MartyB has no real answer here to clear the entire board. What do you think he's going to opt for here?
he's gonna play. He's gonna trade first if he's going to trade because of Never Surrender. But
Oh My Yogg transforms a 3-mana spell into Mimic Pod. Oh, that's great
Oh.
for MartyB.
that's terrible because of the Divine Favor that's gonna come down next turn. He needs to play the. I think he needs to play Ice Block here, unless he wants to trade.
Yeah.
Like, this is the easiest Quartermaster Divine Favor turn of his life, I believe. Oh, actually, Quartermaster trades badly.
Yeah, he's saving Divine Favor for the next turn. Interesting. Tries to get
Right,
as much
honestly-
buffs down on the Silverhand Knights as possible.
I would have pushed the 12. He's
Oh,
I
he
would've put my
trades with
opponent
the...
down.
Yeah, I would have tried to kill the 4/4 or the 5/4 there, but pushes 9 damage to face here. MartyB's got 10 left. Top decks the Explosive Runes.
All right, looks like he has to play the Seer here, I believe.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
guessing
he
he's
needs
going for the
double-
Seer and then Ice Block and hoping to get enough burn to close out the match by the next turn, but we'll see.
What to do?
I just don't see it. Like, his opponent's life total's too high at this point.
Yeah, and not to mention, Sage's draw also buffs JJ's next draw, just because the
never
Divine
mind.
Favor picks up that many more cards.
Oh, that's really good for. Well, he doesn't pick up any fireballs, which is really bad. But he picks
Yeah.
up
I'm late.
picks up a Cabal. What was it, Lackey? And he can dump his hand pretty much.
Yeah, so he's got 21 attack on board for MartyB's side, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's 21. Okay, he's in this game now because Triple J has to pop the Ice Block, so he's sending at least 3
Yeah.
of those minions and his face into the Ice Block, and that leaves 2 minions, 2 3/3s, and Quartermaster to trade. If he does trade, high chance he's going to give Marty more cards. Oh, he doesn't want to pop it. Oh,
Probably going to pop it with the
This is-
weapon, yeah.
yeah, okay. This is slightly better because it kills the 5/4.
Yeah, and I'm guessing you kill the Mad Scientist as well, right? You don't opt to kill one of the 5/5s?
You always kill the Mad Scientist here because Marty's out is double Fireball.
Yeah, the only secrets that MartyB has left are another Rigged Fair game, another counter spell. Yeah, just those, I believe.
Yeah, doesn't have the double Fireball. So
Yeah,
he
the
doesn't-
Occult Conjurer draw really doesn't help here, and that'll be the series.
God, Odd Paladin's getting there through this Secret Mage went 0-3.
Yeah, and that was after 2 Arcane Flak Mages, too. Odd Paladin really shined that game. So 6J takes it 3-1 over MartyB, winning with his Reno Priest, Kingsbane, and Odd Rogue, or Reno Priest, Kingsbane, Rogue, and Odd Paladin, I mean. And then MartyB only winning with his Reno Priest.
I mean,
So
that's surprising.
Yeah.
Like usually Secret Mages, like the Terror of Ladder, gets there through anything. Not the case today.
yeah. Are we having an interview with 6J?
I've messaged him, just asking if he wants to do an interview.
All right.
If not, we can go ahead and wrap. Go ahead and wrap up.
Yeah, I just have a couple comments about the
Sure.
series as a whole.
Sure.
I think it actually could have gone 3-0 for 6J if MartyB hadn't gotten such a good raised dead that game 3. Getting the Reno Jackson and the Zephyrs the Great really turned that game around for him.
Yeah, it was definitely above average because there was a Penflinger in the pool, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And what else was there? That was it, right?
There was Penflinger, there was Dirty Rat. There were a couple minions in there, yeah.
Yeah, there was like 4 minions, so it's not the most
Yeah.
unlikely, but he had to hit those 2 exactly.
Yes, that's correct. MartyB also opted to not play his Odd Rogue for the entire series. Maybe that's just because he wasn't feeling that confident with the matchups with the decks from 6J, but I believe the tech with the Beneath the Grounds, I thought he was going to lead with the Odd Rogue here.
Yeah, I do not have a response yet. Well,
All right, no worries.
You can keep on.
Yeah, I feel like either like Secret Mage just feels like good into everything, but like so he led with that. But
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it's not like too amazing. Like I feel like Secret Mage is when it's an open format, when you know the secrets, it gets a lot worse. Like there's you no longer have to guess if he runs a duplicate, if he runs like 2 Netherwinds for some reason.
Yeah.
Like it just makes it so much easier just ticking off the possible secret box.
Yeah. All right, so we are gonna have an interview. I'm gonna add him in now, and you guys can go ahead and do that. Hello, 6J. Congratulations on your victory.
Oh yeah, thanks so much.
How'd you feel in that series?
Honestly, it felt good. I feel like a lot of the matchups the matchups in theory could have gone either way, but I feel like I drew well, tried to manage my resources well, and fortunately was able to pull it off.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty even series coming into it, just in terms of the matchups and the percentage differences and the probability of winning there. I thought it could have gone either way.
Agreed. I think really the only polarized matchups were, say, his Odd Rogue into my either Odd Paladin, where I'm favored, or Priest, where I might have a bit of trouble with the Beneath the Grounds tech.
No, when you saw that Beneath the Grounds tech for the open deck list, that scare you a little, or?
A little bit. I mean, I felt like with the Secret Mage and the Mirror, I could pull it off. So if I ended up losing one to the Odd Rogue, I wouldn't have been too frustrated overall. But I think the Reno lock seemed to have like a lot of taunt and anti-aggro tools, which made me more nervous. A bit more nervous.
Yeah, gotcha. I noticed also you decided not to bring Mage this week. I'm not sure if you brought Mage in the previous week, but I know Mage is one of the most popular classes for the Wild series, at least.
Oh, yeah, I know Mage is definitely popular. I had brought it previous weeks, but for this week, in part, it was just to bring something a bit different, try to make it a bit harder for NHL to predict what I was going to do. For example, say his Secret Mage didn't have any flame words, which was really good for my Paladin.
Yeah, well, it seemed to work out for you this week, so great job.
Thanks so much.
Memnarch, any questions?
Double Divine Favor in the Odd Paladin seemed to. Well, why'd you go with double Divine Favor, double Christology?
Honestly, I got the list from Hazer, who at least probably has a bit more Odd Paladin experience than me, since I hadn't played it too much this expansion. So I more followed what he said rather than.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's usually a very heavy target towards control, as in Reno Priest and Reno Lock and those other types of decks.
Just talking about the third game with MartyB's Reno Priest against your Odd Paladin. It seemed like MartyB was running out of cards with the Reno Priest only with 2 or 3 cards in hand. And then he raised deaded and got back the Zephyrs the Great and the Reno Jackson. If he didn't get so lucky with that raised dead, I feel like you might have been able to take that game.
Yeah, I agree. But honestly, I mean, it happens. Like I've had my Oh My Yogg turn into Holy Ripple or other removal spells into my side of the board, and then like I've also had times where I just scam my opponents with the perfect draw. So like yeah, I could have won if Raised Dead went my way, but I mean it didn't. So I just work with what's on the board.
Solid. And just talking about the series as a whole, and your team as a whole this week, this was a pretty big game for your team. You guys were up 5 points coming into this, and getting 4 points for yourself and only 1 for MartyB. It leaves you pretty favored to win the week, especially against you guys are in contention with the F2L Viridian for having the highest points in the whole Wild series. So
yeah, feels pretty good to
Yeah.
do that. I mean, they were definitely a tough team to beat. I think we tried to do a lot of lineup prep to gain an edge there, and honestly just tried to play our best. And I think our team's practice and lineup talks paid off this week.
It definitely
all right,
did.
solid.
Yep. Congratulations on sealing the week for everyone's a winner. There's no way in which F12 Viridian comes back on points. So
Actually, I believe since the score's 14-6, right? I think if the 2 remaining matches for
no,
F12
there's
Viridian
no more. There's only one more match.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Battle
My
Tagger.
mistake then.
Yeah. I hadn't checked for a bit, but I guess Battle Tagger and Corbett played, and that was
that was earlier this morning.
That was a 3-0 for Battle Tagger. So.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Wow.
So that would put it completely out of reach at a 14-6 point.
All right. Well, yeah. Great job to both 6J and MartyB today. A great match.
Yep, he definitely played well too, and is definitely a competitor to have.
Right.
Any more questions, memnarch?
No, I seem fairly. All my questions are answered. Yep.
All right. Well, I think we'll let you go, 6J. Thanks again, and good luck next week.
Sounds good. Thanks so much. Have a good week.
See you later.
Bye.
Right. That looks like that's gonna do it for us for Schoolstone. Thank you, Jailstorm and memnarch, for casting that last match. My wild knowledge is not quite as good as yours, obviously. But appreciate Marty and coming on casting with me for the first match. So we do not have any matches tonight. Don Day has some prior obligations in which he will not be able to cast any matches. So we will see you all back tomorrow for, let's see what we got on the docket. I believe we have some Schoolstone. We do. We have 3 Schoolstone matches starting at noontime, which will be Lotus Knight will be your stream op, and Rabobson will be casting, and perhaps also Ron Mexico. We're gonna have a Legacy Series match between JR Juggerlaw and Taco Cat in the Legacy Silver Conference. Illidan's Death Knights versus the Flame Pimps, and then at 1 p.m. after that we'll have Based Inc. of No Pros Here versus Griff of Sushi Rats in the Pro Series Pink Conference, followed by Bill Snyder versus Myanodon, and that is, I believe, Tap Washers versus Popeye's Spicy Chicken Sandwich Pro Series Pink Conference. Yes, thank you again to everybody for watching. I've been Dr. Feesh. And class is out of session. You are free to leave, and we will see you all next week.